I hope you are having a beautiful Tuesday. Welcome back to Sophia Live. Now, the hashtags blood, government, and Ruto must go is currently trending on X platform, formerly Twitter. So Kenyans are reacting to the latest release, to the latest documentary that was released by the BBC News Media. And in this documentary, it talks about what happened on 25th of June of 2024. And here we're talking about the Gen Z protest and those police officers who were involved in this saga and shot dead some of the Gen Zs who are demonstrating. So in this documentary, of course, a lot has been done. I like how detailed, how it is so comprehensive and detailed, and the necessary information was captured in this documentary. The police officers who shot dead Gen Zs, I'm talking about Eric, Shieni, and the rest were captured and their faces revealed. And the Kenyans yesterday on Twitter were talking about how about we found about their family, and also we get to know them in details about their family, their wives, their kids. And the Kenyans on social media who are so angry and furious are saying that we really need to know the details of their family because we have to send messages to them. Another action that the Gen Zs are planning to take is to write a letter, to write massive letters to the International Criminal Court, ICC, asking them to come to Kenya and to investigate and prosecute all those police officers who are involved in shooting dead the Gen Zs. Remember, it is almost a year after this saga, and so far none of the police officers who were involved in shooting the Gen Zs dead, no one has been prosecuted. So Kenyans feel like that our authorities will not do anything. Our authorities will not take this matter and to ensure that justice, those who lost their lives, get justice. So they believe that the ICC can come in and at least ensure that those young people who lost their lives get justice. So what are Kenyans are saying on social media platforms? So I'm going to go through this hashtag Ruto must go and read out some of the reactions from Kenyans, what Kenyans are saying, because I know that Kenyans right now are so furious and angry, and so far this documentary has attracted over 2.6 million views a day after it was uploaded. So this is what Kenyans on social media are saying about this documentary. So this is what Kenyans on X platform are saying about this documentary blood government under the hashtag Ruto must go. So we have Cornelius Rono says the first card has been released. It is boiling nicely. Yeah, shared the photo of Fred Matiang'i and the other opposition leaders. And then we have the African Mogul says no amount of lies or PR can erase a history written in blood. Hashtag Ruto must go. Hashtag blood parliament. And then we have another one, Wayne Gakuo says 17 hours in and we are at 1 million views. Get in, keep sharing it everywhere. So this one is urging Kenyans to share the links of this documentary to reach as many people as possible. So we have on KM Katio says BBC News Africa has done an incredible job to expose the Kenyan rogue government. William Ruto remains to stand as the worst president in the history of world leadership. Do you agree that Ruto must go? Hashtag Ruto must go now. Hashtag blood parliament. Hashtag Ruto must go. And then Yakub shared here a digital card of the names of all the 60 Gen Zs who were shot dead during the protest. And he says, we still say your names. Hashtag BBC Africa Eye. Hashtag June 25th. Hashtag Ruto must go. And then we have the African mogul again says, retweet if he is not your president. And a digital card of President William Ruto with the words, not my president. And then we have Kate says, after watching that BBC documentary, we don't have a country here. Hashtag Ruto must go. A photo of Ruto here with the words, not my president. And then we have another one. Let me read just two of them. And then we have Nyandia Gashago says the videos of those three guys, the way they researched and found their TikToks and fun videos, the way they humanized them, gentle, kind humans. Eric Sheni, David Chege, and Erickson Mutisia, we say your name. So these three are the one who were featured in this documentary. And then he says that we are still saying your names. We are still remembering you. Rest in peace. Hashtag Ruto must go. So it is really a sad moment for this country. Kenyans are so furious about what really transpired during the 25th of June of 2024 because people feel like the police uses extra energy to deal with this because they feel that these young people were so like they were just having their phones, they were just marching, they were just demanding for good governance. It was so wrong for police officers to just go overboard and shot dead these young people. Ooh, were just calling out to this government. We're just saying that the taxes you're adding us is a lot. We are already overburdened. Please don't overtax us. Don't overtax us. This was their cries. This was their message. But it is so sad they end up losing their lives. So this documentary has attracted a massive views so far. As I've already told you, we are at 2.6 million views and it keeps going. This is just a day after it was uploaded. So this discussion was all over social media platforms yesterday and people are talking about it. And remember that the government blocked the screening of this documentary and this documentary was supposed to be was set to screen at the Unseen Nairobi Cinema on Monday evening, that is yesterday, with a panel discussion. So the government didn't buy this idea and they feel like if this is going to happen, more damage will be made and they had to cancel the screening of this documentary. However, the BBC ensures Kenyans that those Kenyans, all is not lost because the documentary is already on YouTube and anybody can access YouTube and watch it. So if you have not watched this documentary, please do, because history in our country, we must also be familiar with our history. Even as we go to the 2027 elections, we must be familiar, we must know everything that is happening to our country Kenya, because this is our country Kenya. Young people going to the street to fight for good governance, to fight to fight against overtaxation is not something that should lead to their deaths. No, it is not something that should lead to their death. So for Kenyans, if you are yet to watch this documentary, please do. So we are waiting to see what next for the young people, because they are saying that they are planning to also write letters to ICC to ensure that they are taking this matter up, ensure that the police officers who shot dead the Jameses are prosecuted. So currently, as we speak, social media is all about this documentary and Kenyans are so furious. I have seen that close allies of President William Ruto are coming out to blast the BBC to say that the documentary is not as is just here to tarnish Ruto's name and all that. So we have Ruto's allies who are defending Ruto, who are trashing this BBC documentary, and who are saying that they are going to stand with the Ruto no matter what. So I know that this documentary has shaken things at State House, because we know it is a global thing. world leaders are watching this, the world is watching this, everybody, eventually, people who matters will watch this, and this for sure is going to damage Ruto's image, and I believe that it is going to be difficult moving forward, and even in his quest to seek re-election, it is going to really be a difficult moment for President William Ruto. So police officers using excessive force, there is no excuse on that. There is no excuse on that, and they must be punished for that. These people are just as simple as just singing and marching, so there was no need for a KDF officer to pull a trigger and shot dead these young people. It is wrong. We are calling out KDF for that, and an institution that is supposed to protect Kenyans and this country. It is so shocking that a KDF officer can pull a trigger to a harmless Kenya. This is really unacceptable, and I think that at some point the KDF will have to release a statement, and they will have to say something about this, because KDF is a respected institution, is a respected people who Kenyans have trust and total faith in them to protect them, but them turning against Kenyans for not doing anything just to protect politicians is really shocking, and it is really unbelievable. So that is it for me for now. Thanks for watching. This is Sophia Live.